It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, a drum to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete, you better believe. Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these.
Shout out to everybody on the replay. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and set all notifications.
Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know.
Shout out to my BFF. Shout out to Gab.
Thank you for tuning in to
right
MTGV. True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe. Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah.
Please do. So thank y'all for coming over. Thank y'all for tuning in. So it's so much going on with the KARMELO Anthony case. So this is our second time talking about that. We want to stay up on the case. We're going to be following this to the end also. Please make sure you smack that thumbs up. So immediately I want to start with the protest, and shout out to BFF for sending me this video as well. The guy who was going so hard for the Metcalf family, and I wasn't sure who it was that was doing these protests and if he was in touch with the family, if the dad, the mother, or anybody in the family agreed with this guy. Now I do know that the mother, she said early on that she didn't feel the way that the father felt. So I don't know if she really agreed with the father or not. But here is, let me go to the part that I got here. We are talking about the Metcalf boys. They had a protest. Let me go to that. Hold on. As a matter of fact. No, I don't want to go to that yet. Let me go. I will go to the part where the dad, this is the dad's part in it.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk. But my son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Promote you.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
Point in history. This is a shift where white people will no longer...
I never heard a white person say it was white guilt. You know what I'm saying? But what? What is, man, the father went in. So I'm like, wait a minute now. Okay, so I guess the dad don't agree with none of that stuff that they was doing. So you mean to tell me that these people had a protest, put this, all of this stuff in Austin's name, his likeness, his picture, and all of that, and did not have the blessings of the family? Wow. Like, but I wonder, how does the mother feel? Yeah, right, Gab, because I'm like, okay, that's a little different. Another thing that I noticed, y'all, so last time we talked about this, we seen that reporter that ran up on KARMELO crazy, right? So I happened to be editing the video, and I noticed something with that. It was really creepy. I don't know. It was like a whole demonic feel that I got. Really. But look at this. So that was them walking out. Dominique he gave him a little pep talk on the way out. But look at her. Notice, look how she shook her head. It's like she nodded her head. What was that? It just looked so demonic to me at the time when I was editing. Why did she do that? She was so, it's like, I don't know. Let me show it again. This is the video itself. Well, actually, it's not. I think this might be the video. Oh, now this is the part. Okay, so what I'm showing with that part is like them walking the father out. So one of the things I was wondering is, why did the father think that that was a good idea to show up there? What was he thinking? And why he knew that the police would be called, so was he trying to send out a message? That's how what I was thinking. Was he trying to send out a message to everybody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did he need to be escorted when he was asked to leave? But then when I got the video of him checking the dude for doing the protest and telling him that he was trying to incite, you know, what the racial tension and all of this stuff, I felt a little bit different. But this is what I was looking at. No, not here. So what I was doing, really, I was looking at the hand signals, the handshake, the signal that I seen right before you could hear the audio. So let me play it again. When he raised his hand like that, it reminded me of Elon Musk and that old symbol he put, okay? And then the shaking of the hand was just how he just put his hand up like he was low key doing the same hand signal. So that's what I was looking at. I'm like, that look weird. That didn't look right. It still look a little weird. But I was like, well, maybe he was just letting everybody know, look, we got back, they back us, we good, they stand with us. That whole hell sign there, or whatever it is, racist symbol. I didn't know what I was looking at there, guys. I'm just saying. But hearing the father check that guy like that, yeah, that handshake was weird, right? It was. Like I said, the first officer, the way that he had threw his hand up. But I couldn't hear what he was saying at first. I thought, wait a minute, what we doing here? What are we doing? And then he did this low, like he did it low, not knowing. Then he like, oh, shake my hand. I don't know. Then he wiped his hand off before he. That was just odd. Yeah, it was. It is a symbol. You think it is, Gab, or am I tripping? So I'm gonna play the whole video of the guy. What he just wait, the woman wearing the black. Yes. So okay, that's the other thing. Let me pull that back up. That woman just looked weird. Like both of those both things that happened there. I actually thought yeah, see, I did slow it down. But see how she did that head nod? It just looked weird to me. Then I showed it again. What was she shaking her head for like that? Like she was giving a signal too. I don't know. I wasn't even looking for it. I just seen it. Then it just seemed so demonic to me. And then we already had caught
this kid. Before I knew his name, now this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack.
Y'all notice that he said Austin grabbed his backpack? So that sounds like to me, Austin grabbed Carmelo's backpack and Carmelo must have snatched it back from him to be able to go in it. So it sounds like it's a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously it's a lot we don't know. We did hear Dominique say that they haven't said anything about the stuff that they know about Austin, you know, and nobody should be talking about these underage kids. I remember him saying that. But since our live stream, they have really everybody is being ripped apart. It's crazy. It ain't no code with this thing, you know. It ain't no code with this thing. His Dominique, the guy that's helping him with the spokesman, he's a minister and all of that, but I guess he has some run in with the law, which a lot of people that's in activism have, y'all. A lot of people have. Like, that's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful, period. But a lot of there's several pastors and ministers. People get into ministry that's fresh out the joint, and I mean, some people do it because they doing the right thing. Other people doing it for a money grab and to continue to get over more of a legal way. You never know, but people ain't perfect and people do change. But I do know. I mean, I've been following him for a while. Was not following him like that, but just seeing him involved with different cases. So I'm familiar with the guy, but I had never looked up his record. Never even thought about it. But they definitely put him out there, and he has some stuff going on. The father too. I don't fully know about the symbolism and secret society, but I have been suggested to pay attention to symbolism. You know what? And I haven't. It's just something that I noticed. I'm just like, what the heck was that about? And I was thinking the whole Elon Musk thing, and I didn't know. I mean, but then to hear him check that guy, I don't know. Do he just not see? One thing that I do know is a lot of things that were done back in the days of the burning crosses and all that, after it wasn't okay no more, then it was done in secrecy. And a lot of stuff is done like it's done in secrecy. That's why they wore the white hoods and all that, because they didn't want people to know who they are. So it's still like a secret thing. I mean, people are being more vocal with it now because of the climate of the world. But anyway, I don't trust too much of nothing when it comes to that. We just got to pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to our surroundings. But what's happening now is just crazy. How the law is not supposed to work both ways. I mean, but anyway, I looked up their GoFundMe's and stuff to see where they was with that, because it's it hadn't been wait a minute, no, that's not, wait, let me see. Yeah, these are the updated where they are right now. And I'm talking about people have been losing their mind, talking crazy. Like, y'all already know, they didn't feel like Carmelo should be able to do this fundraiser. Shouldn't have been able to raise funds at all. Another thing that happened is the Metcalf father was swatted, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to get some more information on that. But for now, let me play. Matter of fact, let me see if I could pull it up on the other phone so I can still look for something. And also, like the Daily Mail, when they said that the family was getting all these deliveries to their home, somebody was sending that stuff. After the family went live and let us know what was going on, people were sending that stuff to their house that they didn't order that stuff. So when Daily Mail was sitting out there and telling people, oh, they getting all these deliveries, they got a pizza delivery and all that. When the pizza guy came out, the bag didn't look empty. It did look like it was still in there. So they probably was like, we didn't order that. And when people send that, they just sending that. It's like a threat because, oh, yeah, we know where you live at. You better watch your back type of thing. And you got these people sitting out there doxing them. That is not okay. That is not okay. Okay, so here it is.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands.
Wait, what's his name?
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even if somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people.
Trigger words. Matter of fact, I could pull this up so y'all can see this mess. This dude doing all that. As a black man, hold the damn phone up to his mouth while he talking crap. Like, what? Insane. What are we doing here? Wait a minute. Let me just let it play. Shoot.
I would be in my position, not even if somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt.
No, let it go. Of my son. Let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Promote you.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
In history, this is the shit where white people will know.
How dare him tell? What are we doing here? This is wild. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Is he clout chasing or what? Let's go here.
Tensions deepening between two Texas families, torn apart by a deadly high school track meet stabbing, now playing out in public view. Jeff Metcalf, the father of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, who was killed earlier this month, crashing a news conference on Thursday, held with the family of his alleged killer, 17-year-old KARMELO Anthony. Metcalf, wearing dark sunglasses, escorted away by police. He has not commented since his appearance, but spoke to NBC's Dallas-Fort Worth station KXAS earlier this month.
You know what? I already forgive this person. Already. God takes care of things.
After Metcalf was let out on Thursday, Anthony's parents addressed the cameras.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
Kayla Hayes, Anthony's mother, offering her sympathies, but also detailing the public backlash against her own family in her first comments since the stabbing.
We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her.
Her son was charged with murder after police say he stabbed Metcalf following a verbal altercation at a track meet on April 2nd. They say Anthony admitted to the killing, saying he acted in self-defense. Dominique Alexander, president of the Next Generation Action Network and a spokesman for the Anthony family, spoke to Top Story earlier this week about those claims.
I think that Black America as a general right, is saying, how is it absurd that a Black child is claiming self-defense? But we always see repetitively white children being able to say self-defense and there's no problem.
On Monday, a judge lowering Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000, releasing him on strict conditions of house arrest, ankle monitoring, and weekly check-ins with the bailiff. A grand jury still has to decide whether to move forward with an indictment.
I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
And Kathy Park joins us now. Kathy, not long after the Anthony family press conference, police were called out to the Metcalf family home. Do we know what happened there?
Yeah, Ellison. So Frisco police say they responded to what was initially reported as a gunshot call to an address linked to Austin Metcalf's family. But officials are now saying it was a case of swatting. You might have heard of it. It's a fake threat intended to get a large law enforcement response. So right now, it is still unclear who made this call, but swatting really is a serious crime, and anyone who is behind it could be facing criminal charges. Ellison?
Kathy Park, thank you.
Yeah, people was doing that stuff on YouTube, and I've seen at least one person get swatted, and they was very she was very afraid because you can get unalive. It's like when people do that, they want it to be a mishap. Oh, they want you to try to defend yourself while you being swatted. You could be shot down like a damn dog. Like, people need to grow up. I don't know what the hell, but he should get bond just like anyone else. Exactly. So for the people that this is how they feel, though. This is what they think. And so as we was talking about Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? This would be one of those things where, oh, everybody's emotions is up high and they got the power to send you back. They could perhaps be like, oh, we gonna send him to Africa, somewhere he ain't never been. You know what I'm saying? If they could do what they doing right now, eventually they could do that. Oh, well, we don't need these damn criminals. Just get out of here. Just go on to another country somewhere. I hope they find the people that did that swatting. Me too. They need to start prosecuting these people because they plan too much. Oh, I wonder what. Yeah, tell him, man. Christopher, it's my opinion, just like you said yours. Exactly. These people be killing me thinking everybody got one mind. No, we feel the way we feel. You feel the way you feel. And in this chat, it's welcome, long as you don't get disrespectful. The minute you get disrespectful, you got to go. The minute you call a name, you got to go. Because we have our own brain here. Everybody don't think the same. And you don't have to think the same.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
So let me go back to that so y'all can see the face, because you couldn't see him before. So this is how you incite violence. These people, they want to start a civil war. I'm just saying. And look who's standing right up here next to him.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people.
Do you hear this? Look, and as the black man holds the microphone to his dang on mouth, like, what? What are we talking about, dude? Did he live around black people, I wonder? Who is this clown anyway?
People around me all the time, and I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred.
That's exactly what he calling for. And it don't look like a lot of people showed up for it, but I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be a lot of stuff going on. I see okay, hold on. I might have some more footage we could look at.
We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference?
Oh, so this was a Protect White Americans rally.
Or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point. God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt.
No, let it go. Of my son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
In history, this is the ship where white people will no longer.
Man, listen. Now let me show y'all this video that I just came up across. So the man standing behind him is black. Like the man up on the dang on. You see this man right here standing up on that I don't know, what is it, a mobile home or something? I don't know what the hell they standing on in the beginning, yelling right next to him. What are we doing? Right here. Oh, it's a bus or a mobile home. Yeah, mobile home. Okay, and then I just can't. We going backwards. This is what I'm looking at, y'all. We're going backwards. Now, I remember hearing about a firing squad from back in the day. Now, I guess it's happened twice. This is a little bit different. Hold on. Let's watch this.
They killed a convenience store. Mahdi is now the second death row inmate in state history to die by firing squad. The first was just weeks ago. In 2004, Mahdi killed a convenience store clerk in North Carolina, then fled to South Carolina. While here.
Damn, did they say two? Hold on.
Out of Columbia tonight, Michael Mahdi is now the second death row inmate in state history to die by firing squad. The first was just weeks ago. In 2004, Mahdi killed a convenience store clerk in North Carolina, then fled to South Carolina. While here, he stole a car at gunpoint, then drove to Calhoun County and shot Orangeburg Public Safety Officer James Myers 9 times, then burned his body.
Whoa.
And Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer was in Columbia tonight when his execution was carried out.
Michael Mahdi was pronounced dead minutes after 3 bullets were fired into his chest. 3 members of the media who witnessed the execution say he didn't die instantly and let out guttural moans over the course of several minutes before he stopped breathing.
Mahdi had a groan. I won't call it a scream, but it was like a groan or a some indication.
What in the hell is going on? This is crazy, man. Like, am I the only one that think this is savagery? Like, godly, like, wow. I mean, I'm shocked by what I'm hearing. Jeez, trigger words, trigger warnings. Like, this may be shocking to some, including my damn self, but this is not meant to shock me or you. But damn, the firing squad. He did a whole lot, but they describing this trigger warning.
Of pain immediately after he was shot. I mean, there was certainly some agony in the cries.
Media witnesses watched.
If you was his loved one, would you want to? Oh my God.
The execution on the other side of a bulletproof glass window.
Well, it's my 12th execution overall, and it's the first time I've heard there being some kind of audio pain cue. I've seen flinching, I've seen things like that, but that was the first time I've actually heard a noise that came out of there.
Michael Motti was strapped to a chair with a hood placed over his head. And 1 minute later, a 3-person firing squad pointed their rifles at a target on his chest.
And it was just like a loud.
Damn. Like, what? I really am tripping, y'all. I cannot believe my ears. I cannot.
Loud, one single loud shot as the 3 shots were fired at the same.
Trigger warning. And it's like, so these is people that actually have to do this. Like, I mean, wouldn't that be hard on somebody after a while? I thought maybe they had some automatics that could, I don't know, do what they self or something. Like, you push a button or something. I don't know. This is weird. This is weird. Damn.
Same time. Immediately when that shot hit Mr. Motti, he let out it was almost like a yell, just a holler.
4 minutes passed.
About 45 seconds after the shots, there was another kind of set of groans from him. And then a little very short time later, there was one like final, like almost like a low moan that came.
So they just sitting there like listening for all this just to be able to report it. Like, these people not devastated by what they seen. It's just like normal to everybody. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm speechless. Like, I am speechless. Damn. Okay, let me just quit talking then. Let me let this play. This don't seem right.
Came out of him. This is maybe about, I'd say, maybe a minute and 15 seconds after the shots.
He stopped breathing and a doctor pronounced him dead at 6:05 p.m.
And then he let out a last deep guttural type of moan. It was very low. And that was followed immediately by what appeared to be his final breath.
Motti's execution comes more than 2 decades after he went on a multi-state killing spree. He murdered a man in North Carolina, then fled to South Carolina, where he killed Orangeburg Public Safety Officer James Myers.
Now, at first, I thought they said 24, but it was 04. And I might have said 04, but was thinking 24. And I was thinking, wow, that's way too quick, ain't it? Like, that's quick. But he definitely did a lot. You know what I'm saying? But this just seems just so savagery, like inhumane. Like, I mean, I guess it ain't no good way to do it, but golly, this. I mean, do they give you an option now how you want to go? Is that what it is? Who decided this was the way to go? I'm gonna have to read up on this. This is new, so I don't know when the first one happened.
Days before Mahdi's execution, Meyer's daughter said she spent the last 21 years mourning her father.
I feel at peace about all of it. You know, it's difficult to talk about taking someone else's life, but I do feel like that's justice.
Mahdi's execution is expected to be the last in a series of 5 executions that have been carried out since September.
A series of 5 executions.
The last in a series of 5 executions that have been carried out since September. Reporting in Columbia, Brooklyn Cromer, Fox Carolina News.
God dang it, that's what I don't want to do. Let me do this. Hold on, yeah. What are we doing here, sir? Okay, let's go to this rally right quick. Hold on. What are we talking about? Let's see what they're talking about. So this is a little bit of the rally, but yeah, what do y'all think about that? What we just watched? Because I mean, hold on, let's see. Let me pull it up. BFF said that's crazy. This is the evil side, the reporting. Man, when you unalive people, this is what happens to you. Man, he definitely did it. He definitely did too much. You know, all that stuff they said, but God dang. I feel like I like these hearts, like this Palestine heart thing. I don't know how you did that. That was creative how you did that. Mm-hmm. But okay, let me see what they talking about here. This is part of the.
I know the kid said that he admitted to stabbing him, and unless the kid came at him with lethal force, there's no reason to punch a dagger into his heart like that. 100%. There's no reason. 100%. But have you seen the body cam footage? Have you seen any security footage to reduce violence in Black communities? Thank you. I stand with you, sir, on that basis. But today, I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf. Okay. And what he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what he wants his son tied to. Okay. Out of respect for that family.
Now, I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered, instead of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for the consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder with me.
So this is coming from a channel called News to Share. And yeah, check them out, y'all.
Father? No, I am not.
I'm a father.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him? Which community?
No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, who's his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full. So the last thing he wants to be tied to is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is bad. Young Black men are getting killed every day by young Black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community, and my community is being victimized by the community of violent Black.
But here's the
degenerates.
Problem. Here's the problem.
They're degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body.
Amen.
And if you're not a part of that body,
I can read statistics. So I'm also a pragmatic human being. So I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. if you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your
of
biggest
this.
concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's not my concern. I have
The
concern.
concern is a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And we just can't ignore it any longer. It is. If it stops, we're good.
So let me answer that question. Do you believe more white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2 to 1. Every single race in domestic issues, because we live amongst each other and uncles kill uncles or drunk at barbecues and stuff like that. It's always the same amount.
So your response
let me respond, please. Please let me respond.
Is your response that Mr. Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people
if I was him, I would do it.
But he's not you. So what I'm saying
but I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire,
it's because of fear.
My desire. I just want to say this: if he only shut up and listened to the man, he might learn something. And he got the father. He about to be able to talk to him, and he just running his mouth. So I wonder if the father is watching all of this the whole time. He definitely was ready for him when he got on the phone.
Is that another Austin Metcalf does not.
And then this fool need to shut up.
Happen next week. Like,
really?
If I was his father, I would stand righteously to say, yes, but I'm a man.
We all have common sense, and we know.
Let me see. What y'all think about this so far? Shout out to Mouthpiece. Boy, listen. Shout out to Mouthpiece. Shout out to TBZ in the building. Thank you for dropping them good members emojis. Mouthpiece said, facts, queen. Just because you overtalk someone don't mean you right. Exactly. Gab said, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, donate. Thank you for your support. Yes, y'all, please definitely smack that thumbs up. Share it out. So what do y'all think about the brother standing right there? Tamla Moore, welcome in. Builders be under all witchcraft and black magic spells. Welcome in, Tamla. Salute to you too, Mouthpiece. Don't come in the chat talking about what? Did somebody say that, BFF? Yeah, that'll definitely get you blocked. Like, yeah, come on. Come on. I don't care who you talking about. Like, get out of here. But this one, back to this mess.
Hold on. We know. I'm not
speaking for white men.
I'm not going to say
for white people.
Hold on.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
I'm not. But listen.
Okay,
this,
so
I'm not done talking yet. Hold on.
Who are not dealing with grief. You've talked for an hour. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
No. Let me respond, guys. There's too much peanut gallery.
That's not what his father said. His father did not say that.
Can we please let me respond?
His father's not. No, listen.
Hey,
you believe.
I'm having a conversation between you and I. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He is a symbol. He is a symbol of young white people being predatorized and victimized every single day, living in fear. He is living in fear. Our people in this country are living in fear. Austin Metcalf is no longer just his son.
Jeff, hold on, Jeff. Do me one favor, because there seems to be an issue that you're okay with Austin's name being plastered with this particular movement. Now, I've already addressed that. So now I want you to say one more time
protest, not
that
the movement.
you agree with your son's name and face being attached to this movement?
Hey, Jeff Metcalf, this is Jake Lang here. I wanted to talk to you and not be led into a question. This is an illegal argument. It's called leading.
Do you agree with
Jeff,
your son?
can I have a conversation with you, or do you want a leading argument?
Before that. You could have called him.
I've been reaching out. I'm one of the biggest figures in America.
Jeff,
Nobody's ever
given your message. I've given you your message.
He just said he one of the biggest figures in America. I ain't never seen this dude a day in my life. Do y'all know who he is? I was trying to catch his name, but he said it too fast. I ain't never heard of this dude. And Gab said a circus. Like, look who came out to speak up. Like, this man, get out of here. But the dude that's with him, like, really need to shut up.
I texted all family members, everybody I could find.
He's the biggest figure in America, but couldn't get a hold of them. But then soon as dude called him, then he want to start, I don't want to get baited into a conversation. He want to be more important than he is, I think.
Message, and here's the response.
You're not giving my
This
message.
guy
You're
said
giving your message.
What he said was this.
With the event?
What he said was this. He said that you as a father should be on the bus with him delivering the message that he's delivering. Unfortunately, he's not a father, and the gentleman with is not a father. Maybe they don't understand what loss is. But at the end of the day, I've given your message.
You understand what loss
and they thought that it wasn't your message.
Let me have 1 minute of my message
Call
to Jeff
him.
Metcalf.
Call him.
Okay, what's his number?
Bullshit, bro. He's on the phone right now.
So Jeff, do you? Huh?
This is not a good faith discussion.
Okay, hold on. Here's Jeff. Hold on. So Jeff, go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make.
If we were all of your nature,
guys, listen.
You're not gonna shame
what a
us.
weak man.
Do you know who you're talking to? You don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here. You talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google my name and Trump. No. When you do that, my name is.
I agree with black males winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning right now.
You're doing,
they're becoming degenerates.
What you're doing
and murdering white people.
You're not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am.
Being silent is not helping.
Where were you on January 6th?
You've been silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January 6th?
You've been silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you? Did you stand for your country?
So you think that made you patriotic? You showed up there? Does that make you a patriot?
Joe
What's your
Biden
solution?
is a
All you're doing is
pedophile.
condemning us. What's your
Boy, I tell you.
My solution.
All right, let me see what y'all saying. He's the culture that started it. Okay, right. Listen here. Let me let this keep playing. Look at this dude. Look, he towering over this dude, hugging them all up. Did they grow up together? Like, I wonder how
is to help people where they're weak. So we have an issue in young black males' lives across the country.
It's not what say that to Jeff Metcalf. Say that to Jeff Metcalf.
We talk about it, man.
Say it.
At the end of the day, the man is asking. So let me ask you this: you got a father who's grieving, and your response is he's weak.
My father is celebrating my strength right now.
You have no idea. You'll never win the Senate. And what I'll do, I'll come to Florida and run for Senate and run as a Republican, and I'll kick your butt.
No, you need 2 years. You need 2 years of residency in Florida.
Because this behavior is why we're in the situation where we are.
No.
We get these. Is that what it is? Okay. Well, at the end of the day, he's asked you what to do and what not to do.
Listen,
you have a right to
he's
do it.
no longer Austin Metcalf. I love Austin Metcalf, but we're gonna get.
You don't know Austin.
I love somebody.
You love the thought of using Austin for T-shirts, for propaganda, and to get out here and talk about
you want to shut down a white man right now. That's what you're trying to do. No, you're not shutting me down. I'm not raising money like Carmelo because I got family. I'm not letting them be put down anymore.
See, he ain't raising money like Carmelo Anthony. Who the hell do Carmelo Anthony think he is to raise any funds? As if Carmelo Anthony is the only one raising funds around here. That's his right. These people, this guy here is a piece of work. He really is. I mean, I got what the guy was saying. Like, the father do have a lot on his plate, and I'm actually happy that the father shot him down like he did. That's a good look. You know, I mean, he might have he got his reasons for doing it, but this guy is ridiculous. So do we not think he's making money off of this? What he's doing, if he's selling T-shirts, calling a whole hate riot out here, he should be arrested, in my opinion.
No, bro, you stop. You came here to try to shut him down.
No, I came in to give him a message from a father.
And listen,
but I realized that's not his deal.
Let's be honest, you're a black man trying to shut him down.
I'm an American. First.
No, man, you don't.
I'm an American. No,
I am.
I'm an American.
I am. You're not. That's why I'm here. You want to silence him.
No,
you want to
I'm an American.
I've seen it happen over and over.
So look what's happening now. We got 2 black men fighting each other over somebody else's fight. Ain't that cute? Is we going backwards, or is we already there? Let me know. Let me know. Like, this is stupid. This is the dumbest shit ever. This right here. Welcome in J3 Wes Lee in the building. The East Indian hug on his master. Smart but genuine. Smart but genuine. Who you talking about, Gab? This is insane. Let me let this play. Look at this mess. Look at their faces. Look. Look at these sinister looks back. All of them. I wonder what they thinking. Whose side are they on? I wonder.
It's not foolishness. You've done nothing. You have not worked on anything. Has not changed nothing. We're here to try something different to stop.
He should laugh at him because he sounds.
So what's the difference?
The difference is we're actually coming out here with courage. And you just want to silence people. Saying that white people can't be put down anymore.
I listened to you. I listened to you for 2 hours.
We're not silenced anymore. Let me look.
Yeah,
it wasn't substantive.
And you were raging.
You had more people.
You were raging. What substance is then? What substance?
The substance is this: we have 2 kids, one dead, the 17, another one who's in jail.
He's a murderer. He's not in jail. It happens all the time.
Who's been charged?
We tried your way. It happens again and again and again and again and again.
At the end of the day,
it doesn't stop.
At the other day is this: you probably bought that hat for me. Those flags, I probably sold you those flags.
You're not a trumper, brother. You're not a trumper. I understand what being a Make America Great Again patriot means. And it means addressing.
What does it mean?
It means addressing issues without being a pussyfoot around it. Don't tap dance around the issues. Address it. Black people are killing white people in this country, and it needs to stop. Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is he talking about? Can somebody let me know? I'm just so confused on what he's talking about. I mean, we could go back and forth with this shit, really, but I choose not to. But I'm also led to Javion McGee. And when I think about Javion, I think about all the black people that I've heard that's been found hanging like fruit. But this guy is saying this. I've been hearing so much about sundown towns and all of this kind of stuff. The big difference is they actually got the police in their pockets and actually get away with it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous what they talking about here. But it's interesting at the same time. This is the guy that wants to rally up a bunch of people and spread hate. He's using reverse reflections and playing the victim. Exactly. Like, what is, it's confusing me over here. Like, what are we talking about, sir? You can't believe none of the stuff coming out your dang on mouth. The Father asked you to stop. Use your own image. Clout chasing.
We are being predatorized in our own country. We are being predatorized in our...
This is a great time to show up for my president. He got on the blue blazer and the red tie. He came dressed as his daddy, his Trump daddy. He trying to get some attention. He's trying to get some attention. He said he is the most known, whatever he said, and I ain't never seen him a day in my life. I ain't never heard of him, but we see who he dressed like over here. We see who he dressed like over here. He trying to get that national attention to cause more crap and secret meetups and all this stuff.
In our own country, and it's a weakness from Jeff Metcalf and people like you that is continuing the culture. Condemn Carmelo Anthony, condemn. Why are you confronting me? What if you call Jeff Metcalf and say there's a young black man with a Carmelo Anthony jersey on parading his son's death? When I'm standing strong against the murderer.
I just Googled my name in Trump. Since you say I'm
standing strong against the murderer.
I want you to learn. I know. President Trump pardoned him. It doesn't matter, guys.
President Trump doesn't matter. No, President Trump. No, you probably shouldn't have got pardoned. He probably shouldn't have President Trump. No, I'm a man. You're a nobody.
Not Trump supporter then. If you're going to point out Trump support, he'll not get due process and not get impartial.
Here's the problem right here. You all follow a man.
Use your safe distances, guys. Like, all this spit and testosterone and sweaty ball swinging is just too much. Too much for the people. Look at her. These expressions of the people. Hold on. Should Trump go to? So messed up. No men in the women's sports. Should go to jail. Well, Carmelo Anthony, he got out. He bonded out. Okay? Like, that's his right. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the tap dancing comments. Man, I just like randomly look at the comments. All right, let's go.
Off the cliff. No, I'm a man. I will call anybody
Donald
wrong.
Trump did not make that stand. You won't call them wrong.
Who
Listen,
won't?
you just want to
When
silence
Trump is
him.
wrong, I'll call Trump.
I'm being a
wrong.
racial tribalist. I see right through you. Being a racial tribalist.
Hey, look,
Too much
let me ask
peanut
you a
gallery.
question. Yes, sir. What you
Too
got?
much peanut gallery.
Was it wrong for me to tell that woman to be quiet? It was wrong for her to spray you with that mace. All right, so me standing up for what I believe and getting sprayed for it is wrong. She's wrong, so hopefully you press charges and she's prosecuted.
So was Donald Trump wrong for pardoning me in the January 6th?
I don't know your role, but if you're wrong,
I had the most violent charges of all the January 6th.
They were calling out.
Oh, really? Really? So we got a January 6er causing trouble out here, trying to create a race war. That's what the hell he doing. So he's a pardoner. Okay, now we know. His ass should be locked up. Why he talking about Carmelo Anthony? Because I feel like all of their asses should still be locked up. They ain't above the goddamn law. Get out of here, man. If this ain't the pot calling the kettle black. Wow.
Black people for doing bad
So
things.
you don't
That's why
agree
you're
with being
wrong,
a
man.
1776 patriot and fighting for your
Because they're calling out black
country?
people.
He need to go to prison. That's what he need to do.
Would you believe the founding fathers are right?
He's a criminal. In my opinion.
The founding fathers were right on some things and they were wrong on some
I'm
things.
talking about tyranny. Were they right against standing against tyranny?
No,
Are we right against standing
you're
against black
rationale
violence?
is tyranny.
It is tyranny. We are living in tyranny. It is the same
if
tyranny.
Your concerns about black
It is the
violence,
same tyranny.
If your concerns about black violence, why are you not
racism
talking
against
what's going
white
on in
people.
Atlanta? Why are you not talking about what's going on in Philadelphia? Why are you not talking about what's going on in Memphis?
I'm talking about black violence against white Americans.
Yes, sir.
I want to
Yes, sir.
talk about cities. Detroit is one of the most unlivable cities in America. Up until the 1950s, Detroit was called the Paris of the West. Why is that?
Hold up. Dude, I'm slow.
It is unlivable due to black crime, and every minute that you say that that's not an issue, you are running cover for
Black
those black
crime
criminals.
is an issue, period.
Of course, and
Okay,
that's
but
what we're
I represent
saying.
my community in this situation. So your community only white?
All crime is a damn problem in the world. What are we talking about here? As if everybody don't commit crime. I'm just confused.
People, how can you be
It's not only white people. That's not what he's saying.
I have a community that I
Saying
represent.
white people are being
I also
targeted.
represent other communities.
Bro, you're being
Republicans.
disingenuous.
I represent.
What is this dude talking about? They being targeted. I ain't heard nothing about that shit. This really get on my nerves when people. This is gaslighting. This is what the hell they doing right now. Is gaslighting. They lying like a rug. Like, get out of here. As we get bullied by the damn government, they what the hell are we doing here?
But I have a core identity. I'm a white American.
I'm an American, period.
Okay.
I'm not a black American.
Guess what?
You're trying to shut him
Maybe
down. You're trying to shut him down. Yes, you are. You're trying to shame him.
You are
trying to run him off. I see it.
You are black. No matter you put a cowboy hat on
let him
and
to get him to say that. His dad even see the event.
I bet you dude in the red tie don't need no toilet paper long as this guy is around. Not none.
Community.
Let me ask you
You're
something.
mad. No, hold on. You're mad because he's calling out black people for doing wrong. Yes, you are. You care. That's why you're here right now. That's why you came here. We're not stupid. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing.
Should Carmelo
I don't even have white family members like I do. But I'm tired of it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
Should Carmelo?
Did I just hear this Edgar Wright? Did I just hear he gonna make me say the word, the real one? Did I just hear him right? You don't have white family members like I do. Get out of here, man.
I'm tired of it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
Should Carmelo Anthony
be
be
surprised.
behind bars right now, waiting trial? Should Carmelo Anthony?
Your ass should be behind bars.
Not stupid. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing.
Should Carmelo
I don't even have white family members like I do. But I'm tired of it.
You'd be surprised.
Was that his white family member that yanked him back just then? Like, this dude cannot be serious. Look at all the paparazzis out there.
Black people.
We're not stupid. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing.
Should
I
Carmelo
don't even have white family members like I do. But I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of him already. I wasn't even planning on watching this whole thing, but it's just so damn ridiculous that I can't turn it from here. He never should have brought. Yeah, he shouldn't have. But he shouldn't have. That's how I feel. But you have the right to defend yourself. I don't know who he is, but he was pardoned from the January 6th, and he should be in damn prison right now while he out here making all this noise. That's all I know about him, Pac. He said he's one of the most popular people in the world. I ain't never seen him, not once, until now. I'm going to have to try to see if I can find him in those January 6th riot videos. Maybe we could see who he is then.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really? Should Carmelo Anthony be behind bars right now, waiting trial? Should Carmelo Anthony be sitting behind bars waiting trial?
We have a bond system in America.
We have a what?
We have a bond system in America.
Okay, so he was afforded bond when I had to spend 1,467 days. I put up $2 million in property and cash. I do not have any injuries on my indictment. Why was I left?
Raised for Carmelo Anthony because he killed a white.
So I have two problems.
What's your
Okay, so this dude sitting up here comparing his criminal activity to what Carmelo did, and he had to spend those days, but he ended up getting pardoned. So how much money did he have to pay? All of that goes away because he should have got years in prison for what they did. Oh my God. I cannot with these people, with this guy. Now see how I wasn't even planning on talking about this guy. He done took Austin shine with this nonsense. Okay? He has. But now I'm a little interested because he talking stupid.
I have two problems. Yeah. So no, hold on.
If Carmelo Anthony was your neighbor, would you allow your children to go play with him right now? Carmelo's answer, neighbor. He's home on bond. Would you send your children over to go play?
Would you send your children to do anything with this dude who is, I don't know what his role is, but he must have had a heavy role to spend how many, what he said, 1,000 something. Like, this is a criminal that's talking here. Right? The hell are we talking about?
Play Xbox with him right now.
I don't know the kid.
Exactly, because he doesn't know.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on. I know what you were here to do.
Didn't they break and enter into the damn Capitol building? Ain't that what they did? What's this dude's name? I couldn't make it out. Do anybody in the chat know his name? I seen what you type, mouthpiece. But anyway, I ain't that interested.
Today, wow, you're just mad that he's pulling out the problem of black people killing white people. Yes, that's exactly what I think.
You're for black males winning. How about for black males murdering? Are you against that?
I think
so why
Austin
Carmelo
was
Anthony? Why is he given the opportunity to kill the next person that says, "Hey, can you get maybe move over a couple inches to your left?"
My question is this:
So
at what point would you? I believe you're a constitutionalist. At what point do you respect the Constitution to say it's called due process? Let it walk through the courts. He's in Collin County.
He is a threat to the public.
After you kill someone, you don't get out on bail. That should not have happened.
So you're saying anytime you kill someone, you don't get out on bail?
He's saying he clearly murdered someone. Even said he stabbed him. He should not get out on bail. He's a danger to the community. If I killed your son, would you want me out on the streets right now?
You kind of agree with me? Let me say this.
The issue is, hold on. I kind of agree with you on the bond. But no, hold on.
Murderers
getting
done.
Hold on.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're being silent about the issue of black crime. You're saying, oh, what about Detroit? What about St. Louis? Those cities are unlivable. Those cities are unlivable.
So you just said I'm being silent. I'll tell you what I'm doing since you don't know me. Since you don't know me.
You're running cover.
So since you don't know me, Google my name, Bruce Carter, Black on Black Crime.
I can Google his name.
And I'm holding a meeting this Tuesday where I've called on the mayor, the city manager, Dallas County, and DISC.
Do something real and say, get that man back in jail. If you're going to hold a meeting. He
doesn't need to be in jail.
Okay, so then put your kids over. Let's schedule a play date. Your father. Let's schedule a play date. He's not a danger to the community.
So here's the problem.
Let's schedule a play date.
Oh, this dude getting on my damn nerves. Hold on, before they answer that, what is his plan or whatever she about to say. Okay, so this guy, the guy's name is Jake Lang. Okay, so hold on. I ran into an article. It says Frisco, Bruce Carter had a message to deliver. So at a protest in a parking lot of David Kukendo Stadium, Carter pulls out his phone and dialed Jeff Metcalf's phone. So the father, who's 17-year-old, was on the live. So the black guy's name is Bruce Carter. The white guy's name is Jake Lang. So Carter wanted Jake Lang to hear from Metcalf himself after Lang came to the Frisco. Okay. So that's really the only thing I want to read. I just want to know their names.
My name is Bruce Carter.
Let's schedule a play date.
So here's
Carmelo Anthony and little baby Bruce. Carmelo Anthony, little baby Bruce.
You should go.
No, you should go.
This is the problem.
You
Y'all
came here to
want-
try to
y'all
shut
want-
something
no,
down
no.
because he's calling
I
out black
came here-
people
I
for
came-
this shit they've
I'll
been
let you
doing.
finish.
That's
I'll
the
let you
reason
finish.
why.
I'll let you
He's
finish.
calling out black
I'll
people
let
in a
you
way
finish.
you don't like.
What I
But every
came to
word he
do-
said is true.
what I came
It's
to
a
do
fact. That's
was this.
all that matters.
Sleep
Every
over at
statistic
KARMELO
is
Anthony's
true.
house.
That's all that matters.
So what I came to do was see if this man had the decency to respect the but you don't.
Sleep over
It's my whole mission.
It's not about Austin.
Bring your
It's
own
bigger
night
than that.
shirt,
It's a
bro.
nationwide
Well, then
problem.
use your kid.
It's a
Use your
nationwide
family.
problem.
Don't use this
That
kid.
was just for here. It's
This is all. I mean, the guy came to see if he would respect what the father said, and he ain't respecting what the father said, and they talking about all this other stuff. Like, it don't matter. It ain't your son. The father don't want your fight, and go home. Pack your shit up and go home. That's it. Like, he don't want you fighting for his son. I wouldn't want him fighting for my dang own child either. Like, no. How do you do all of this without the permission of the family? How do you have they should sue them. How about that? This is crazy. So it says the day after his son's death, he appeared on Fox to urge the public to avoid speculation along racial lines. So Austin Metcalf was white. Okay, we know that. So yeah, that is what the father was saying. And I remember him saying that too. So Carter and Metcalf met at the Thursday news conference. Wait a minute, what? Okay, let's keep going.
everywhere. I talked about my friends and my family as well.
Oh,
you want to
okay.
talk about
I do remember seeing this dude there. I remember seeing this hat. So Carter and Metcalf met. So they met on Thursday at the family news conference. And Carter later decided to speak with Lang on Metcalf's behalf at the protests. So the father's remarks come days after his home was swatted due to a false emergency call to law enforcement, and after he was escorted out of the news conference where Anthony's family spoke publicly about the case for the first time. Carter and Metcalf met at the Thursday news conference, and Carter later decided to speak with Lang on Metcalf's behalf at the protest. Carter is a Dallas entrepreneur who owns a public relations firm. According to his website, he has been active in local politics and his campaign for President Donald Trump in the past. He ran a group called Black Men for Bernie, referring to Senator Bernie Vermont. For more than an hour before the phone call, Lang stood atop a parked bus in the stadium lot, addressing a crowd of roughly 24. He ain't even getting nobody out there. The vehicle was covered with images from American history, including a photo of Trump taken shortly after last year's assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. So from his perch, Lang, who was accused of taking part in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot, stood beside Philip Anderson, a Mesquite resident who was also arrested on multiple charges of breaching the U.S. Capitol on that day. So you mean to tell me this dude went to him? Is that what we talking about? Interesting. So they pardoned him too? Hold on. So Lang and Anderson delivered speeches suggesting Black Americans are disproportionately violent towards white Americans because of what he called white hate. Man, get the hell out of here. This is just, let me click on Philip though. Let's see what the hell Philip got going on. Philip breached the dang, man, get off my screen. Soon as I clicked on that, Philip is circled with his hands up in the Capitol. What? All right, let me keep this going. We'll end this.
If you want to request that doesn't talk about Austin, that's cool. But you're trying to shut him down because they're calling out black people for what they're doing.
I came. I let him
You
speak
came
for
out and
2 hours.
you try to lead him. You try to humiliate. You try to
matter of
silence
fact,
him, bro.
He said that he wanted to interview me. I never approached him. He asked me.
Nah, bro.
I was
you
gonna
came
put
to
him to the
him.
side.
You came to him.
He said
you came. You're full of shit.
No, so I came for that reason. My point is this, guys. At some point,
we share
do
the same
your
goals.
mission.
Yeah,
do
we
your
share the same
mission.
goals.
All I'm telling you is what the man said. He asked you not to do it.
addressing him, I'll address him.
That's it. No, I'm good. You already told the dad to go screw himself in your own words.
He didn't
and
say
the man
that.
told
I
you.
didn't say that.
The man told you.
I
to
said
hurt yourself.
his weakness is going to create the next Austin Metcalf. That's what he
Hey,
said.
God bless your
May
trip.
God bless
Y'all
you.
be safe.
Amen. In
Do
the name
y'all
of
things.
Jesus.
But at the end of the day, that's the father who made the request.
That's okay.
Have a good one.
Well, if he asked him to do that, then he could probably sue him or bring him in on something. He won't.
Did you say you're a representative?
Wow, like this all they had out there.
I said that the father asked me to ask him to not do what he's doing. The father just asked him in person not to do what he's doing. He has a right to do what he wants to do, but at the end of the day, that's the father of the kid that you're representing.
And what was your name again?
Bruce Carter.
Bruce Carter. Thank you very much.
That's crazy. The man said stop representing his son, and and he still want to represent his son. Please like and share. Yes, please, y'all. Like, share. Hold on. Please like and share the video. It's free. It is free 99. I'm so irritated because this article, like certain articles, they want you to pay for it, so I can't even screenshot the dang on picture. I got it. I got it before it put that. You gotta be quicker than me. Before I'm about to show y'all this food right here in the Capitol. I wonder was him and dude must have been friends for a long time. Like, and I forgot what was this all about again? So a still image from security video shows Philip Anderson entering the Capitol. And they talking about criminals. This is what blows me away, though. I mean, just because you got a pardon don't mean that it wasn't criminal what you did. So you really don't have no right to be sitting up here judging KARMELO, who was fighting for his defense. I mean, they act like self-defense don't exist if you black. Is that what y'all getting from this? The man specifically told him to quit. Exactly. Like, he has no dang on respect. But he want to convince people that he fighting for white rights and all this. But you sitting up here infringing on somebody else's white rights. Like, make it make sense. I'm just trying to figure that out. Do it make sense to y'all? It don't make sense to me. And then meanwhile, they sitting up here harassing the freaking lawyer who was the judge who was doing her job. Family's okay. Let me see. One of the things I heard about the swatting is that the father wasn't even at home when it happened. He pulled up a short time later. But I want to see something on the judge. Judge. Threatened. I'm sure. I mean, it seemed like this guy that's doing all of this talking. What other campaigns is he running? Like, this is why criminals should remain locked up. Federal judge threatens to hold Trump. Dang, now I'm trying to find that one judge, but anyway, let me see. What else do I have in here? Because I can't find it close enough. There's no self-defense if you black. Exactly, and that whole paperwork don't work for us either. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it called? Stand your ground. Yeah, 6'10" guy. I don't know. I gotta see the report myself. I don't think the report said all that. I think people may have added to that. And for all I know, it could be wrong. But even if it is right, I don't believe that part. An inch of their life. But yeah, I've heard it. Did you hear about Austin father SA charges? 6'10" guy. Did you hear about that too? Just curious. Just curious. Oh, that's what I was about to do. Okay, so we got a couple things to go over here. This is the judge that I'm talking about. Oh, well, since we still on this, these are the guys. I've noticed these guys, they was on some images that I was going through, and I seen them standing there when we was just looking at that. And so this is the judge that is being threatened. And people feel like, I mean, it's just ridiculous, the stuff that people saying. Like, here's the judge that let KARMELO Anthony out. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. That's how the law works, right? So her name is Angela Tucker. Angela Tucker is a graduate of UT, Austin, and Deedman Schools of Law. See, and then they also try to call her a DEI employee or whatever. Like she didn't go to law school. Like she don't have what it takes. So I want to see what have they been saying to her, because I've heard that she was threatened, but I don't know how. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's see, because they got a lot of drama, right? So Daily Mail, let's see what they saying, because they said a whole lot. So KARMELO Anthony Judge, KARMELO Anthony Judge, Angela Tucker goes to ground as she's blasted for letting teen unaliver out. Now they calling him that. Like let this man be found guilty. That's not if he get out of this, he need to sue everybody. Just like how Kyle Rittenhouse went after people that was talking bad about him or whatnot. Yeah, they need to do that. So it says here, a Texas judge who released the bond of a teenager who unalived another boy in a track meet has been forced to go private on social media after being widely criticized. So Collin District Judge Angela Tucker, hold on, after she reduced KARMELO Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250 million on Monday. Anthony, 17, will await trial on Austin Metcalf unaliving in his home after bonding out of jail, following Tucker's decision. Metcalf, 17, unalived in his twin brother's arms. Okay. So Tucker, who was elected as a Republican, Tucker, who was elected as a Republican, has been receiving racist threats, attacks after reducing Anthony's bond, with several social media accounts sharing her image and information as they slam the bond reduction. At the same time, the judge has been receiving support from Anthony's supporters, allegedly, who have donated more than $425,000. And so, let me go here. And so during Monday's hearing, Judge Tucker said they've never had the security issues they face with this case. Meanwhile, Anthony's father, Andrew, said Monday they planned on using some of the donation funds to relocate, as they should, after facing racist threats since the unaliving. Okay, so hold on. The revelation comes after a spokesperson for the family said they can't believe their house after their address was leaked online. They can't leave their house after their address was leaked online, leading to graphic and racist threats, which included images of black children with jabs stuck in their head. This is ridiculous. They need to hawk these people down and arrest them. That's what need to happen. So the Metcalf unaliving. It's just crazy how they wording this stuff. These people is crazy. If he get out of this, he need to sue their ass. Is what I'm feeling. Because they calling him that. They're calling it that. Ain't saying nothing about self-defense. It don't apply to him. Anyway, Metcalf has divided the Frisco community and nation at large. The spokesman was also forced to deny that the teen had been bullied by Metcalf. The spokesperson was also forced to deny that the teen had been bullied by Metcalf before the fatal. Was he there? He said the two boys had never met one another prior to the horrific jabbing. And can't nobody say it like his brother. His brother told us what happened. He did. The spokesman, Minister Dominique Alexander, addressed the community after some of Anthony's online supporters claimed that there was more to the story. So an arrest report says a confrontation between the two. Okay, we know. So this is what they said. So he had apparently told the school resource officer, I was protecting myself, and he put his hands on me. Anthony won't face the death penalty or life in prison if convicted, as he was a minor when the unaliving occurred, prosecutor said last week. I'm surprised if they usually take that and then change it to charging you as an adult. So I don't know how true that is, but as Anthony walked free from Collin County Jail on Monday afternoon wearing a gray suit, let's show that this stalking reporter. She mad. And then let's go to this.
And what happened? There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. And he's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. And this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And what happened? There was.
Yep, that's what he said. Okay, so I wanted to I know that Dominique has spoke out too. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it right quick, but I'm gonna attempt to see what he was talking about. Please smack the thumbs up if you haven't. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell y'all about the memberships and what I'm trying to do over here. I want to do something special for my members. And the only way, I got 2 live streams set up, one for Kimani and one for Naziah. Both of those, God dang it. Hold on, y'all. Yes. I am working. Do you want to tell the people Happy Easter? You're online. I mean, you're on air.
Oh, happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. You don't call me till I go live.
Yeah, I'm about to be on my way though.
All right. See you when you get here. Hey, don't forget to oh my God, she drives me nuts, y'all. And I forgot everything that I was just doing. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I promise y'all, she knows. She do not call me till I go on live. Wait a minute, it says. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So here's something that I put up. What did he go to jail for? The first dang on thing I put up.
District attorney is recusing himself from prosecuting the case. That's because Alexander campaigned for DA John Creuzot in the last election. A judge will be asked. A prominent activist in Dallas remains behind bars this morning. Dominique Alexander is charged with 2 counts of family violence. And new at 11, we've learned that Dallas County District Attorney is recusing himself from prosecuting the case. That's because Alexander campaigned for DA John Creuzot in the last election. A judge will be asked to appoint an outside prosecutor now.
CBS 11's Andrea Lucia has more now on Alexander's arrest and his response.
Hold on, I'm going to pull this up. I wasn't trying to pull this up, but since we put it up, we are a crime channel. So, but I'm going to still be trying to look for, dang it, the other video that I wanted to pull up. Wait a minute. Now I'm going to just let it play because I'm running out of time here. Let's just let it play.
Because you continue to come after us.
A prominent activist who has often clashed with Dallas police over claims of brutality, Dominique Alexander, now facing his own allegations of violence. He was arrested on 2 charges of assault involving the mother of his 2 children. A judge issued an emergency protective order barring him from making contact with the victim.
You are not to go to or within 500 feet
What the
of the
heck is he doing?
residence or places of
This was 6
employment
years
of
ago.
the person listed in your order.
According to a source familiar with the investigation, the victim accused Alexander of slamming her head against a wall. And in a separate...
Hold on, yeah. I got it up now. I'm going to pull it up. This is not what I was looking for. Wait a minute. We being nosy right now. We is, because that popped up quick. Let's see what we talking about. Dang, it's getting late. Who cooked out there? Who cooked today? I ain't cooked jack. Okay, here we go.
Is charged with 2 counts of family violence. Activist in Dallas remains behind bars this morning. Dominique Alexander is charged with 2 counts of family violence. And new at 11, we've learned the Dallas County District Attorney is recusing himself from prosecuting the case. That's because Alexander campaigned for DA John Creuzot in the last election.
A judge will be asked to appoint an outside prosecutor now.
CBS 11's Andrea Lucia has more now on Alexander's arrest and his response.
Because you can in Dallas remains behind bars this morning. Dominique Alexander is charged with 2 counts of family violence. And new at 11, we've learned the Dallas County District Attorney is recusing himself from prosecuting the case. That's because Alexander campaigned for DA John Creuzot in the last election. A judge will be asked to appoint an outside prosecutor now.
CBS 11's Andrea Lucia has more now on Alexander's arrest and his response.
You didn't cook yet?
Because you continue to come after us. A prominent activist who has often clashed with Dallas police over claims of brutality, Dominique Alexander, is now facing his own allegations of violence. He was arrested on 2 charges of assault involving the mother of his 2 children. A judge issued an emergency protective order barring him from making contact with the victim.
You are not to go to or within 500 feet of the residence or place of employment of the person listed in your order.
According to a source familiar with the investigation, the victim accused Alexander of slamming her head against a wall and, in a separate incident, choking her. Hours before the arrest, he posted on social media, writing, "Thank you, everyone, for your love and prayers for me and the victim, for God will direct our path."
And that was Andrea Lucia reporting. We should tell you that we've just learned within the last half hour that Alexander has posted bond on his assault charges, but he still has outstanding warrants for some other violations that he'll have to pay before he's released from jail. We've also learned late last night that he has a warrant out of Arlington for family violence in that city. That case involves the same victim, and it dates back to 2015. Police records show the woman accused him at that time of pushing her multiple times during an argument. Alexander was charged with a Class C misdemeanor. He did post bond for that charge this morning. Our Steve Pickett is following this story today, the case very closely. He's going to have an update for us coming up on CBS 11 News at 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, and then I see this one. Hold on. Wait, let me do this right quick. I don't like to do too much. Oh, shoot. Oh, we still got time. Let's pull her back up. I was trying to find a video where he was talking about this incident with KARMELO. But this one is from 5 years ago, and he's talking about his reputation.
Dallas's most prominent civil rights activist is speaking out.
Dominique Alexander speaking only to CBS 11's J.D. Miles. He's joining us live from Dallas with the exclusive interview. J.D.
Doug, Dominique Alexander says police and people inside his own civil rights group created the domestic violence charges against him in an effort to discredit him. He says, though, he's not going to give up his platform as an activist, despite the disturbing allegations against him.
I want the people to know that I apologize as a leader.
But that apology did not include an admission of guilt from Dominique Alexander, the 30-year-old founder of the Next Generation Action Network, who has led recent protests against violence on women, was arrested last week for assaulting his girlfriend, Kiara Saunders, who was also a Dallas City Council candidate.
I can say unequivocally, I did not hit her, kick her, or do anything, right? I did not do that. I am not guilty of what I'm accused of.
The police report says Alexander pushed Saunders around a room and used his hands in an attempt to strangle her. The report was signed off by Saunders, but Alexander, who was arrested and is out on bail, says she was pressured to overstate the facts.
I think there are individuals that are playing a part in trying to discredit me.
Alexander insists he's being targeted because of his criticism of law enforcement.
It's a badge of honor to arrest Dominique Alexander.
I just want to let everyone know that I am okay.
Saunders did not recant the accusation during a public statement on Friday, but Alexander says he was and still is on good terms with the mother of his 3 children and expects the charges to be dismissed.
Everyone has problems in their relationship.
Oh, I see he got his teeth fixed, because I don't think I knew about no chipped tooth, but maybe, I don't know, but what do y'all think about what he's saying? What do y'all think about all this? Look, I do know that it's more than just it's more, it's 3 sides to every story. So you know, I believe he done been into some trouble before, but it don't mean I don't know if he gay for pay or not. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't know, man. So he's sus now. Oh boy, let me hit play.
I will come out on top of this.
If we don't get it, shut it down.
Alexander led rallies and marches after a bartender was recorded on video beating a woman in Deep Ellum. He believes he can still be a credible
Man, trigger. What are we? Man, trigger activity here. Look, YouTube. This is on YouTube already. Like, really? Oh my God, I couldn't get to the pause button quick enough. Like, what are we doing here? I gotta get off here. Like, hold on. Let's get past all these uppercuts. Like, what the hell?
voice on issues like this.
And I will never.
So he was trying to defend somebody that so that let me just hit play.
Vacate because I'm accused of something.
The Dallas County District Attorney has appointed a special prosecutor for this case because he has a previous personal relationship with Alexander. Live in Dallas, JD Miles, CBS 11.
Oh my goodness. We gonna have to come back because I'm about to have people here. Shout out to 755. Oh my God, 755. I know you is like, I gotta open my gift. I am soon. I ain't even opened it yet, 755. We gonna go live for it. Yeah, man, I couldn't find the information that I was looking for, but that was definitely readily handy from 6 and 5 years ago. Boy, I tell you, this dang on internet don't forget a dang thing. So he has a past. I didn't know that. He been doing activism for 11 years. I didn't even never know about his past till now. But you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hell, the president got a pass. I mean, the president is a criminal if we go by what allegedly, because I don't want them coming for me. You know what I'm saying? They be on social media watching everything. So if y'all happen to see this, don't come for me. They coming for the little people nowadays. But I mean, okay, I don't know what to say. Besides, people do change. He just said that they was messing with his reputation and that he ain't did nothing. And there's no such thing as a DEI judge when you went to law school. Like, get out of here. They said ghetto and zesty along with the judicial system. Plus, letting someone get away with unaliving because of the color of their skin could cause some rather unsavory ramifications, aka copycats. It's self-defense. I don't know. Yeah, it's self-defense. It's a self-defense case. I mean, people keep calling it that, but it's a self-defense case. And ain't no damn such thing as black privilege, Nathan. Get the heck out of here with that one. All right, the more I scroll, the more I see trolls. What 755? I didn't know that. Oh my God, I'm glad you could. Wait, what? Thank you, Tracy. The heart attack was a doozy, but oh my God, what? Oh my God, 755. Did you do a video about this? I gotta find out what's going on. Do I need to call you when I get off? Are you okay? You okay because you in my chat. But oh my God, I'm so happy that you okay. Damn. Do we have the dates and locations of the scheduled riots yet? Little people examples, please. You won't get no schedule, no riot over here. Yep, I did a video, but call me. Okay. God. Okay, I'm gonna call you soon as I get off. So I'm about to get off, y'all. I gotta go check. I gotta check on my big cuz. I've been wondering where you was at, but I thought you was good. Anyway, God. Y'all, please hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Share this out. We gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. Because we got a lot to talk about. When this one ends, another one's gonna pop up. And that was another thing I was talking about. Memberships. I got 2 live streams set up, members only. I want to do something special for the members, and I got some information from my interview from Marquita's boyfriend that I haven't released. Also, police report information and names for Kimani. And I want to do it for my members. So if I get enough members, I'm looking for 30 members on the Sleuth Nation, on the Sleuth tier. And then I'll go live. If we don't get at least 30 new members, then I just won't do it at all. I probably just won't release the information. I'm not sure. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And this is 755 in the chat, the song that I'm about to play. So please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. Woo. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my BFF. Love 755.
Wow.
Peace and love, y'all. We out.